What's up? What's up? And welcome back to On the Warpath. This is your boy Sanchez 405. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. You hit that bell so anytime there's new content posted. And as always, like, comment, share this video out. Because you know what we do here, family. We talk Washington Commanders. It's another edition. It's a season premiere of the Monday After Pill. It's a victorious Monday After Pill. That's why we got to get the chain out. We got to get the W stands for win chain out today as our boys. Well, we got this all tied up, didn't we? Anyway, I'll deal with that in a minute. Doesn't matter. There we go. Now we got it done. Anyway, our boys win against Arizona Cardinals. And look, I know it was ugly. I know it wasn't pretty. I know a lot of us were thinking that we were going to boat race these bums. But you know what? At the end of the day, got a lot to work on. But it's a W. And I want to establish that very early because, you know, some people are like, well, you know, the Cardinals, they had Josh Dobbs. They had this. They had that. You know what? It's okay. It's all right. You win the game because you look at it. Some of these teams that are 0-1 right now, they're going to be in the playoffs. They might win. They might win their division. They might win their conference. So losing and winning in week one or looking bad in week one, it doesn't really matter. It is what it is. We go 1-0. That's all that matters. I thought, you know, y'all saw I was there at the game. Energy like none other. I don't remember it being that energetic since I went to Steve Spurrier's first year. It was very energetic. It was packed. They had 80,000 people. That's when they still had the seats in the top bowl. Probably Joe Gibbs' first Sunday night game in Baltimore. For me, these are just games that I saw. But it was electric. And it was a lot more people there than it was last year this time. I remember I compared pictures that I had from last year when I went to the Jacksonville game in week one, and there's a very stark difference. They were getting ready to kick off, and that whole lower bowl wasn't halfway full. So, I mean, that's a plus right there. A lot of energy, a lot of fanfare. So it was a good vibe. Got to see a lot of the podcast community. Burgundy is old, Big Doug, George Carmy. Got to see the Hog Farmers. Got to see Freddie and company. Andy Burrows and the guys from the bunker. They came all the way over from across the pond in England. Him, Andy, and Scotty, they were there. Paul Medley, who watches us too. I mean, it was awesome, man. It was a complete other vibe, and I loved it. Rio, Jalen Morgan, saw those guys up there. Saw people that, you know, that run into you. Rick Snyder, Seawall, if you guys watch Toothpicks podcast, she's on there a lot. Got to see a lot of these people. Gonna post some of those pictures on Instagram and stuff. I got them on my personal Facebook right now, but I will post them on there. So it was exciting, and that was just before you got into the game. I got to see the Sean Taylor statue, which I think is a little bit more depressing in person than it is from far off. Got a picture of it, and it left a lot to be desired. They did put a Reebok jersey on them, so I thought that was good. But let's get to these comments here. Nicole says, a win is a win. Need to step it up, of course. Charles Smith said, glad we got the win. It was nice to see FedEx Field rocking. It was rocking, man. And y'all know when we booed, when we were excited, we were in it. Let's go late. And I'm never late. I'm always on time. There's plenty of bad football across the league. We just need to find a rhythm. That's right, Timothy. Absolutely correct. I mean, you look at kind of like what I said. There's a lot of teams that looked bad that'll probably be in the playoffs. They might even win their division. A team that I could think of who should threaten for their two teams that should be threatening for their division championship in Minnesota and Seattle. Seattle got worked by the Rams, but that could also mean the Rams might be on the up and up. We don't know. The Broncos are supposed to be much improved. They lost by 1 to the Raiders, a team that a lot of people think that this might be Josh McDaniels last year that if he can't get it right. But maybe he finally has his quarterback. We'll see. A lot of different things. I mean, the Giants, the way they got ramrodded by Dallas now, that could say more about Dallas than the Giants and what they did. Now, they boat raced them boys bad. And the funny thing about that was I watched the opening drive, and Daniel Jones was moving the ball. Then the bottom broke out when they got into the red zone. So, you know, it's the butterfly effect, right? Just one event can mess up a whole thing and derail a whole situation. And we saw that. Let's see who else we got. Mr. Cool here. Crushing command is what they call them. That's right. Win is a win. By week 17, it won't matter how much we almost lost by or win by. A win is a win. The Cardinals defense kept them in the game. It's a young, scrappy defense who wanted to win, and with a DC who was just at Super Bowl head coach, actually. And then Magic Johnson always makes magic. Okay, not in talk shows, but with everything sports related. Heard that. Everything we saw wasn't a skill issue. It was mistakes that you see across the NFL in week 1. EB will have it ironed out by the time we see. I hope so. And let's see. Victory Monday. Marcus, what's up, brother? How you feeling? How you feeling on this Victory Monday? Have we talked about special teams? We just got on here, Spider Monkey. We'll talk about a couple penalties. Crowder, overall, the clutch. Cheeseman struggle. Yeah, those are all things that I took from that game. And Abel says those Cardinals are dirty, man. Eagles don't look the same. Didn't watch the Eagles game. And then Dallas game did scare me. We've struggled with Daniel Jones. Giants and the Cowboys destroyed them. You got to think about it. It's week 1 right now. The Cowboys right now, like, we might not be the same team when we play them on Thanksgiving. That's the first time we play them. So we're talking about late November. We might not be the same team, and they might not be the same team. So I'm not worried about what Dallas is doing right now. Can't worry about it. I'm only worried about what the Denver Broncos are doing. And what I know is they're going to be hungry. They want to win, and they're going to look to improve. They're a little sneaky. They went for that onside kick. So that's the stuff you got to be prepared for. And, you know, Russell Wilson, another mobile quarterback. This is a team that's still threatening for the playoff. They're still threatening. They're going to be threatening their division. I know they got the Chiefs. Ugly loss by the Chiefs on Thursday night. Boy genius down there and Justin Herbert in LA who lost too. So you mean to tell me that the Las Vegas Raiders, there you go. This is how we talk about that. You mean to tell me that the 1-0 Las Vegas Raiders are going to be the winners of the AFC West right now here in week 1? Right? You know, that it kind of goes back to what we just talked about. Like ATS said. Yeah, and that's on his squad, man. That's on his squad. I mean, he went conservative in the first half. I thought he went a little too pass happy in the first half. And, you know, I'll get into my notes here right now. Went back and watched the game here earlier this afternoon. And there's something I thought that, you know, I looked at that first drive, right? Trying to get the tight end involved. Logan Thomas. The Logan Thomas saga, I guess you would say, that continues to go on because Logan was hurt last year. He was coming back from the injury. He wasn't healthy in 2021. He was barely healthy in 2022, if he was. So he's been not healthy for going on. This is 3rd season now. His 3rd season of not being up to snuff. He had the calf injury in training camp. This is where you start asking the questions. When is it Cole Turner's time? When is it John Bates's time? Or do they? That's one of my questions there. Logan had balls that was hitting him in the hands, and he couldn't grab them. And this is a tight end friendly offense. When you say it's tight end friendly, it's tight end dependent. And granted, they only targeted Terry 4 times. That might have been to hide his turf toe situation. Don't know. They did all right against Jahan in some situations. Curtis Samuel was the leading receiver for us. Curtis did good. So you had to pick your poison. And really, you look at it, I'm not going in order. I'm kind of skipping. If it's not for Curtis Samuel making that catch, we don't get that field goal before halftime. Let's see here. I said, Corey said, what's up, Alex? Corey, I think this team is closer to 6 wins than 10. Congrats on the baby. Thank you, sir. I still 8 or 9. I still think 8 or 9 wins. We tend to play down to opponents. We've seen this with Ron Rivera's teams that we should beat. We play down to them. Look at, the Colts last year, right? The Colts last year remind me of this year's Arizona Cardinals. And we continued to play with our food. This is how, because of this defense, right? Do y'all realize the defense neutralized 2 of those turnovers because Arizona couldn't do anything with it? Arizona went 3 and out. When they got the ball back from us, they got it back here. Hold on. On Sam Howell's interception, when he was looking for Jahan, which he kind of had Gibby over the middle, and we're going to get to Gibson here in a minute. Or he had like Bates out there in the flats on the left side, and Xavier Collins made the effort. I love Xavier Collins. I loved him back in 2021. I wish he had came to Washington. He's showing why he's got. I talked about it. We talked about him on here. It was a first down play. That's what killed me. They went 3 and out, but they were in field goal range. Matt Prater, who is automatic from inside of 50, extended range for a 54-yard field goal, but it was a 3 and out right there. They settled for 3. And then when Gibby fumbled that ball, they went 3 and out again. So they neutralized the 3 turnovers. I'm not taking away the turnovers, but it really was only like 1 turnover because of how the defense played. Now, if you're playing against a legit, it's an NFL team. And I'm not saying that they're not legit, but if you're playing against the upper echelon, there we go. That's a better phrase. That's a nicer, politically correct term to say. If you're playing against the upper echelon in the NFL, these cats are going to die. If you're playing Jalen Hurts, if you're playing Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, probably, they will make us pay. Josh Allen, they'll make us pay. Justin Fields, hell, he'll make you pay. And I'll tell you another reason why, the one frustrating thing about this offense was when I looked at I went back and looked at the game in the notes here, and I was like, there's something off about the offensive production. And I figured it out. We had only 3 drives of 30 or more yards out of 13 offensive drives. We had 3 drives of 30 or more yards. Technically, it was only 2. If we want to get technical, that first touchdown drive, 67 yards of penalties by the dirty Redbirds. 67, 2 personal fouls and a pass interference. We only gained 24 yards of our own grit and gut. So if it's not for an undisciplined team, which Jonathan Gannon said he wanted killers, he put marks on our guys. And that was a 6-play drive. It had 67 yards of penalties. I'm pretty sure Brian Robinson didn't even rush for 60 yards. Think about that. Put that in perspective. That one drive We had more penalty yards than our running back had on the ground. I know it's week 1, but that's something that makes you go, Shout out Lou Holder. Let's get to these questions. Week 1 shenanigans. We're going to be all right. I think the Cardinals knew, want to be explosive team. Gave us the underneath routes on purpose. Excuse me. Maybe the deep passes wasn't an option. Appreciate you, Mr. Cool. Thank you. With all those turnovers, there you go. I forget. See, I forget. I thought he was playing Call of Duty, so I didn't know he was actually a quarterback that was hurt, which I thought was very funny because I think the Cardinals going to have more problems with Jonathan Gannon than I thought. He picked the captains. He didn't let the team vote on them. Hell, Kyler Murray is a captain. His ass ain't even going to play this year. So, there you go. Alex, this is so damn frustrating. He's too damn talented to keep on doing this. He's too damn, basically, he's too athletic, and that was bad. And then y'all remember there's a new kickoff rule, right? So if you field it, fair catch it, anywhere inside the 25, you're going to get it at the 25. So on that last drive, when Arizona scored the touchdown off of Sam's sack strip fumble, he got it up to the 19. That's another dumb play. You got to situate because one, you run down the clock, so you cost yourself a few seconds, which I think we had 2 timeouts left at the time. So Gibby missed me twice on the fumble in the red zone. That just the red zone fumble was bad. 3 turnovers in that fourth quarter, but then it was compounded also by he could have redeemed himself on that kickoff. Just fair catch it. He basically was like this the whole time, and you took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Let's see here. Might as well pick up Carson. It might. You never know. Good news, though, we didn't have any motion or alignment penalties. That's impressive with new offense. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we had 6 sacks, though. Chris Rodriguez, I thought they should have played him a little bit more. I thought he should have ran him. They ran him on that offset eye at strong side out of the fullback spot, which picked up on third down. Which they picked it up on third down. I thought it was a good play. We didn't see it again. I think Arizona even ran that play. Arizona ran that same play against us, I think, in the second half sometime. I remember them running out of that formation. That's pretty much the same play we ran. And, but it is what it is. I looked at – so back to my notes here. I thought Hal did a good job, though. This is positive. We kind of started out with a negative. Positive. Hal on that touchdown pass to Robinson, which, he was out of the pocket, thank God, so they couldn't flag him for the pass interference. But I thought maybe you could have had an argument for that to B-Rob, because B-Rob kind of pushed the guy out of bounds. But it was a good throw by him, and B-Rob not giving up on it. Defense's worst drive was those 2 chunk plays they had, and that was in the first half. But they if it's not for the defense, not for Montez sweating them, y'all, we might not even be talking about a win. We'd be talking about a loss. Held them to 9 points, no touchdowns. That's a plus. Our shutout's coming this year, by the way. The shutout is coming this year. That streak is going to end. The 2 penalties I thought were crazy. They had a block in the back on a punt by Percy Butler. The guy literally pushed him. And then that pass interference when Logan Thomas caught the ball, I think it was for a first down to the sticks. They got who was it? They got John Bates for the pass interference. their John Bates did nothing to initiate pass interference. So they screwed that call up, not even on that challenge that but I thought was a good challenge by Ron Rivera, when they said we didn't get the line to gain on that third down and we had to punt the ball because we were at the 33. Now, if we were a little bit closer to the 40 or something, to midfield, I would say go for that thing. Gut check time. Let's see here. We could have had 3 picks. Curl Butler. Yeah, we could have. How you doing, Shay? Good to see you. Let's see here. What was it like in the stadium when the D-line made back-to-back plays at the Spider Monkey, man? It was wild. It was wild, man. It was exciting. It was exciting. It was electric. It was loud in there. We had a good time. It rained. So, y'all know we get back on the track. We get back on track. It's Monday after pill, so we can enjoy ourselves a little bit, especially on victory. It rained. So y'all know in the third quarter, it rained a little bit. And like the people in my section, they like got up. They were season ticket holders too. So they went back like to the club level where they can go. And it was just like 5 rows. And I'm sitting there like pacing the rows while I'm watching the game. And I'm just sitting there enjoying the rain coming down. I didn't have a poncho or anything. I said, that's for chumps. I said, this is football weather. So I enjoyed it. But it was electric those last 2 games. It got hot as hell on that last drive. But it was awesome. And if y'all need to go and see Sam Howell's touchdown run. That's on my shorts. So y'all can go and see the short of Sam running that touchdown in, and how that broke down coming to our near side. He ran it in. So go check that out, like it, and share it. It's also on TikTok. Hello, Robert. If Chase doesn't play next week, I'm officially done. Well, you might as well be done with him. I don't care about. I'll be honest with you. I don't understand the hate for Chase. I don't understand the overprotection of Chase. Chase is a grown man. Chase is a football player. He likes being a football player more than he likes playing football. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. I have no hate for him. I got love for Chase, but he's not on the field. So I ain't wasting my breath on him. I'm not wasting my breath on is he or is he not going to play. If he comes back and plays, whoop-de-dee. If he doesn't, see you. It's been nice knowing you. Most expensive cheerleader in the NFL. What's up, Super Chef? Man, I was shaking my boots after saying it. Yeah, man, that was wild too when he got lit up. That when he got lit up, we were like, but y'all gotta see the MVP of that play was the line judge, right? He messed his hand up, but he was still able to just slug it up there. Like that brother looked like he probably like rolls dice or something, and he just he got the flag out. But yeah, that was a dirty hit. And then there was another towards the later in the game, they that same guy White tried to basically Sam was sliding and was trying to body him again. And then 95 took him by the legs and tried to do some WWE shit on him. I don't like to say teams are dirty. Y'all know that. I don't like to blame officials for losses, and I don't like to say that opponent is dirty. They might be filthy like Dallas and the Giants and the Eagles, but they ain't dirty. The Cardinals got a little dirtiness to them. They've got some real dirt to them. It's just how they were with the quarterback and everything. And granted, they tried that shit in their division with some other players. They're gonna have a hard line to toe. What's going on with the long snap? Apparently, Cheese is trying a new snap, which he just needs to not do that because thankfully, Tress Way and Joey Sly were able. I mean, that last kick that Joey had was tailing to the right a little bit. The one that put us up by 4. Thank God for Tress And Tressway, they got that booming leg. That's that all-pro leg. Put us in some good situations too. I don't know what's wrong with Cheese, but he's got to get his head right. Let's see. He played the whole game with a stinger and a concussion, but not Chase. Who are you talking about? Oh, Sam. Yeah, he played. Yeah. I ain't calling man out on stuff, but you're right. Overprotection of Chase to trade. They overprotected with Chase to trade. Anthony says we won. We got a lot of work to do. That's right. What's up, Yimmy? It says all I know is if the Eagles secondary can't stop Kendrick Bourne, they're gonna have a long day against Terry and Dotson. Yeah, there you go. That's true. Tressway, yeah, he did. He needs to do the old one. Yeah, who's stealing Nation Australia? Y'all got the break speed off of y'all. Y'all got a San Francisco, old-fashioned San Francisco ass kicking. I don't know if Kenny Pickett still had them tiny hands left afterwards, but on next week, right? That's where I am. I'm on Denver, so I don't know who y'all play, but good luck the rest of the way there. Where are we? Okay, good. Yeah, so that's really what I had as far as my notes that I saw in this game. I look at the overall things. We were 4-12 on third downs. Didn't like that. Thought that that needed a little bit. That left a lot to be desired because y'all know how I feel. You lose the turnover battle, you lose the third down battle, you ain't gonna win the game. That's just how I feel. They got to clean up this offensive line. Andrew Wiley, if he's not the answer, I'm not waiting around for. I know, and I get he's EB's guy, but we can't wait for him to just come along and play an average game. I thought Sadiq Charles played all right at times. Leno struggled too. I think Cosme played okay. Cosme did go out for a little bit. He was in concussion protocol, but he came back. Saw Stromberg out there for a little bit, and then Nick Gates, he missed the slide that had one of the guys was coming hot, pause, and that had one of the sacks too on Sam. But I think it's like a 50-50 thing. Sam held on to the ball too long, and then the offensive line. I thought the offensive line, they did good. I think interiorly they did all right. They got to get their run blocking better. And that was another thing I had a question about with EB was the reason why we just ran up. We never ran wide. Never tried to stretch the defense. Now, I don't know if they saw something that was like, this ain't going to work. But I think the only time they really ran even off the A-gap was they had like one of those plays with Curtis Samuel down in the red zone. That was about it. He ran off B-gap. So I don't know. Not the EB's, I'm not the round mound of offense. I don't know. But let's go to some of these comments. I think I got a little pass happy. It's 1 week, Roger. I hope the toughness and physicality comes with it eventually. We gotta get 4 weeks. It's this process of laying out things. So I really do think that I have a theory here about Eric Bieniemy, and y'all can stay with me for a second. So Andy Reid could never could never get over the hump in Philadelphia, right? He went to the NFC Championship game, went to the Super Bowl that one year when he had Terrell Owens, right? But they could never get over the hump. He finally got over the hump, had an established winner in Kansas City. They haven't had a losing season since he got there. So 2012, before then. He left Philadelphia after all them years. He gets to Philadelphia. He gets Eric Bieniemy, right? Eric Bieniemy comes in, he's running backs coach, gets promoted to offense coordinator and all that stuff after Nagy leaves, which they look soft on Sunday night. And, we've heard in the media that people said nobody wanted Eric Bieniemy. Whatever. Maybe they didn't want Eric Bieniemy, but maybe that's something they need. So what I'm saying is Eric Bieniemy is the jackass that you need. And there's nothing wrong with being a jackass. Some of the best football coaches I know are assholes. You need that guy. You need the proverbial bad cop. Kansas City got over the hump because they had a bad cop. Maybe Jim Johnson was the bad cop in Philadelphia. And then they never could get right. They promoted McDermott, and then they eventually fired McDermott. Then he was an assistant under Ron Rivera. McDermott hasn't been able to get over the hump. I'm just saying. But maybe, just maybe, he's that asshole you need. Just saying. Think about it. Think about that. He's that. I don't think Kansas City, and I could be wrong. Kansas City might not sniff the Super Bowl again. This is my hot take. This is a hot take because it's week 1. Do they become the new Buffalo Bills? Do they kind of have they plateaued? I don't know. Something to think about. Anyway, that's just back to it here. Back to our team. I'm just saying, Eric Bieniemy is that guy that we need. Fuller, Fuller coming out of witness protection, man. I didn't know where. I did not know where Kendall Fuller was. I was worried about him. I thought they had him on milk cartons in Montgomery County and Prince George's County. Then they had him in Loudoun County down there in Virginia. We didn't know where the hell he was. I didn't know. I thought, maybe he's on paternity leave or something like that. But Kendall, I don't know where the hell Kendall was. EB called a pretty good game. They need to work on run blocking. I thought it was very similar to a Scott Turner called game, but that's neither there nor there. How was it leaving the stadium? Heard they closed traffic lanes to help fans get out quicker. We stayed. I went out with my cousins, so we stayed there until they kicked us out at like 6:09. But we sat there and kind of talked with some of the people there, and we met some of the media members that park in that same area. So, I think it went good. I think we got home. I got home about 45 minutes from FedEx Field because they met me in the commuter lot in Woodbridge. So then it's like another 15, 20 minutes from mom's house. So yeah, I don't think it was that bad. Thank you. I understand it's week 1, but if we look worse next week, then we should be concerned. Look, Super Chef, I think you're right, man. I think it's a weak excuse to say it's week 1. I do. And I was talking to Paulie about this, and we disagree. They said we should be happy with it, and I'm happy with the win. I am happy with the win. But I'm still hungry. Huh? That's like when you go to your health freak friend's house, right? And they're serving kale shakes. They got rid of the food. They got rid of the steaks and the pork chops and the lamb and the ribs and everything. And they went to just a green diet and everything like that, right? That's what week 1 is. We got the kale shakes. I'm still hungry. Because when you say it's just week 1, you let complacency get in the door. I'm happy we won. But I'm not done yet. That's for too long. We've sat here and we're like, well, it's just week 1. Yeah, it is just week 1. But you need to build on. I thought at the end of the game, I thought we should have put a kill shot on them. I know it's Josh Dobbs across there, but you still got to prep like you're going to play a Jalen Hurts soon twice, a Dak Prescott twice. You got to be ready for these dudes. You need to simulate it. Put them away. Show no mercy. To me, that I thought that was a little soft. I did. I thought it was soft. It might have been smart, especially for you people if you had Arizona +7 and had the under on the game. The over-under was set at 38. Game finished at 36. Some make go home there. Why wasn't Terry targeted more, in your opinion? I think he's still hurt. I think they wanted to use him more of a decoy. I mean, he was targeted on that pass interference, right? Which he probably would have caught it if he wasn't interfered with. There was a couple times balls thrown behind him, but I really do think it might have been a pick your poison type thing because they probably were watching us. They seen our tape. Jahan, Terry, those were the guys, especially in Sam Howell's win against Dallas. That's who he targeted, not really Curtis Samuel. That's why Curtis was able to eat. So that's why I think part of it, they were protecting Terry. And then they were also trying, they were trying to get other people involved. Pick your poison, man. Let's say here. My guess is Terry wasn't targeted more just because young quarterbacks normally are taught to make pre-snap reads and cut the field in half. But haven't watched 22. Shout out, bro. Hey, I shouted you out in my video yesterday. I said I didn't know any Arizona Cardinals fans. And we had a whole bunch of them. There was a good amount of Cardinals fans. They didn't outnumber us this year, thank God, but they did not outnumber us. Let's see. What else we got here? Also, till folks watch all 22, it's hard to judge plays and what the purpose is for a nation, personal group. Yep. Man, bro, come on, man. He had bad foot. Hell no, the pork chops. Sam Howell is young. I can see EB will get on the offense better. Yeah. Exactly. Spider Monkey. Justify why not entertain some of the available free agents to help the O-line issues. Just say your guess is as good as mine, man. Cohesion part, you don't really need, the argument is you need 5 guys working together. Because we know if 5 guys working together, they make a great burger, right? Not necessarily offensive line. Not on the offensive line. So we'll see. I don't know. I really don't know. And the argument was that they were kind of cash strapped. That's why they haven't made any deals on the like on some of the free agent contracts that they got to do. Like Cam Curl still needs one. Montez Sweat needs a new deal. Tony Gibson needs another deal but it is what it is. Should install a Sam with a run game. We don't know how the line moves forward. Here we go. We don't want to pass block. It's sus sometimes. Do what 49ers do. Can't tell me we can't run through the A and B. Right. Roger, what did you think about that? Like not running outside like to stretch the defense. What do you think about that? I want to get your thoughts on it, because I thought like this, like we ran up the gut all day. Like I said, we went up A gap, very rarely B gap. I know we ain't hit the outside. And I don't think we ever ran in the C gap in between the tackle and the tight end. Let's see here. Linebacker play. Cody Barton played on the C. I think a couple of times he gave up on a play or two, but he was out there the whole time with the secondary. Cody Barton was. Jamin, they look like they were I gotta go back and look at it, because I went back and looked at the condensed game broadcast. So I didn't get a good advantage of everything. Like you said, like Bob said, you gotta look at the all 22, and they hadn't released that because that's like 48 hours after the game for some odd reason. I hear that. See, now you gotta be playing. What's up, Dubs? Honestly, Gibson doesn't seem fast to me. I don't think he does anything particularly good as a running back. Just run stubborn to make it work. That's what he does. I'm inspired. Have you heard about I haven't heard anything about Jabril Cox. I'd like to see him. We need more. I say exactly. Like that's what I said. My mind was blown. My mind was blown that we didn't run any any outside. Let's see here. I don't give me Gibby on the outside run. Yeah, Gibby doesn't need to be. He's not that back that's built that way. He's not built that way to run in between, like he's not a power back. The dude's he's a reformed wide receiver. He's J.D. McKissick. They didn't really have a spot for him at Memphis. I think old Gainwell was the feature back at Memphis, right? Kenneth Gainwell in Philadelphia was that feature back in at Memphis at the time. Waggles. We don't know what's going on in practice. Maybe they mess up blocking on the outside run. Yeah, and that's what I said too. I did say that. I'm like, I don't know what the trust factor is with that. We don't know what the trust factor is at, to what level, to the umpteenth degree. Don't know. Don't know what their comfort level is with them running outside. But we do need to see more Cole Turner. I'll say that. We talk a lot about the offense. Let's talk about the defense, right? Defense is dangerous, y'all. John Allen, Deron Payne, Montez Sweat, playmaker, dirty dog. They got straight up dog up in them. I thought there was one Yimmy's pit bulls running out there. They set the pace. And now we have literally the best we have the best 1-2 safety tandem that I have seen since Sean Taylor and Ryan Clark. I put money on it with Derek Forrest and Cam Curl. I'll put all my money in the world on that. Cam Curl was all over the place. Defoe, same way. Emmanuel Forbes is going to get better. Did you hear how Christian Gonzalez did yesterday? I didn't. He might have did all right. But the reason why I like Emmanuel Forbes plays the way he looks. He's hungry, y'all. He's hungry. He's scrappy, dude. He's scrappy. He's a tough son of a gun. It's like Doc Walker was talking about this. Y'all know I like to quote Doc. He always talks about like the guys that we got from the SEC who aren't Bama boys, who aren't Georgia boys, right? And they're making these all conference, like Forbes was, right? I want the guy who's making who's getting the attention of the voters in the conference and everything that aren't on because they got to work a little bit harder because they don't have everything fed to them. Him and I think Rodriguez too is the same way. Those two guys, they got dog in them, man. They got straight up dog. Literally, one is a dog. They ain't got a little kitty cat up in boy in Kentucky. Either way, let's see here. Bringing Kurt Cole was kind of counterproductive. It's better vision from what they wanted Gibson to be. Can't have both unless you make Gibby his backup. Sweat averages 7 sacks a year so far. Looks like he might front back. Yeah. Boy was a game breaker, man. He made him sweat. Literally, he was all over the place. But I tell you that I noticed it on one of his strip sacks that he got. The clock went off in my head. And if that's anybody, if that's Josh Allen, that ball's out of his hands. Or he's running. Josh Dobbs ain't that guy. I've seen Josh Dobbs. The last 2 NFL games I have been Josh Dobbs has been the starting quarterback for one of the teams. And he played with a bad roster. Because Tennessee didn't play anybody against Dallas on that Thursday night. They were getting everybody ready for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And what happened? They managed 16 points. What did they manage? Yesterday? 16 points. That's what he's good for. Boom. I think they made 16 points against the Cowboys, too. That's all he can get you. Get some bad vision. He should one cut, go from a zone run scheme with a fullback. He could be deadly. Yeah, where's the Alex Armand, right? But what you do is motion him out to the slot to get him in space. That's right. How about Anderson? Oh, yeah, Abdullah Anderson. Yeah, oh, God, you see him when he took the when he had the back and he tackled he had the lineman and he tackled old homeboy from Arizona. I liked Abdullah Anderson in the preseason. He's worthy of the name Abdullah Anderson. That's what I think of. Like I think of defensive back when I think of him. Old boy like our defense, our backups could be starters in some places. Johnny Ridgeway, James Smith Williams. No, James Smith Williams. There we go. I got it right there. They got Casey Toohill. Our backups could be starters in this league on this defensive line. But the only thing is, a lot of them on 1-year contract, like in the last year of their contract. And that is to Jeff Skanina, Ryan Kerrigan, getting them boys right. Jimmy's laughing at me. I appreciate it. Let's see here. For a second, I thought you were going to say, oh, Lord, no, I wasn't going to say no Adam Archuleta. Now, Christian Gonzalez won the matchup against A.J. Brown. He dove a pass on a big break of a third down. Keep the Patriots in the game. If I'm being completely unbiased, Mr. Gonzalez had a better week one by a long shot. I hear you. Let's see here. Nice head. Thank you, France, for it below. I'm sorry that our Titans pick. They killed my parlay, man. They killed my parlay. My parlay was hot for a little bit. Them and somebody else killed my parlay. I didn't take Washington -7 though. Yeah, Sweat was, man. Yes, yeah, it was. No, oh God, no. We don't. I don't wear snapbacks, man. I don't wear snapbacks. We keep them. I keep the dad hat, man. This is the dad hat, you know, with the no snap on. My cranium, because if I say head, it's gonna be a pause moment here. My cranium has a size that will not allow for snapbacks to be put on. That is probably the most non-inappropriate I can make that sounding. But yeah, can't do it. Never said how we have a linebackers coach, D coordinator, who's a linebacker, but the guy doesn't put any emphasis on linebacker on our roster. Shake, man. Yeah, I know. But hey, man, I tell you one thing. Ever since Jack put away Twitter, the defense been legit. That defense is legit. I mean, as much hell as we want to get Jack Del Rio, the boys been playing. And they got rid of Bill Jackson III, who ain't even in the NFL anymore. Yeah. I mean, he's a free agent, but ain't nobody want no Bill Jackson. Who panicking? You packing? You panicking? Why you panicking? What are you panicking for? Who panicking? Ain't nobody panicking. Hey, everybody, we ain't panicking. I agree with you, Johnny boy. I'm less concerned about Dallas. I'm more concerned about Philadelphia because Philadelphia is going to be the more current opponent. We're going to play Philadelphia both times before we even play Dallas. That's who I'm worried about. But you know who I'm more worried about than them? I'm worried about the Denver Broncos. Most folks need to pump the brakes on the O and such. Most teams, when they get a new QB, they don't come out hell on wheels. It usually takes a week 4. Right. And that's a good point. They do. It's going to take them it's going to take them about a month to get everything. You know, like I said earlier, maybe there's layers to this that they're installing down. It's like Bill Belichick, right? That's why New England, when they were winning Super Bowls, they would start out like 2-2 or 1-2 or something crazy like that, and then they would hit their stride come October, and they start putting their foot on people's throats. That right there, boys and girls, that's key. That's key right there. Is are we scripting? Are we planning? And we're not showing everything just yet. Will they add new wrinkles? It's like what Scott like. I'm not worried about them getting it right because I think Eric Bieniemy is a competent offensive mind. Like, that's not my problem. I just don't want complacency. I don't want complacency. They got to clean up the turnovers. Turnovers kill me. Because I'm not thinking about, I always think like, well, man, if that's us playing these guys, what is it going to be like when we play somebody better than them that has seasoned veterans on offense, who doesn't have this turmoil in the quarterback situation? Teams that aren't tanking, y'all know how I feel about the word tanking. Arizona's not tanking. This is a bad team. You can't tank if you're not good. I just don't believe in that. Let's see here. They had a young QB. Chris Paul, you think he sees playing time? I think he's athletic. I think his athletic ability would be amazing on screens. Yeah. I don't think did we run a screen yesterday? I don't think we did either. See, I think that's where Gibby would be dangerous too, is on screen. Let's see here. Is Russ going to give us a chance to get some turnovers? What do you think? If he's ready to ride, yeah. If he's ready to ride, we'll do it. Let's see. Jamin Davis played decent yesterday. He played okay. Denver is a mess. Sean is going to look down this year with all that shit he said. With that said, they can still beat us. Fun fact, going into they're going to have a different kind of energy on Sunday in Denver. Denver's going to be celebrating the 25-year anniversary of the Super Bowl team that beat the Falcons. So that they might have different. They're gonna have John Elway and them, Shannon Sharp, probably. Rod Smith gonna be there, and they're gonna have a lot of these guys in there that were champions for them. So they might have some energy. Probably Shanahan's gonna be there. That's great. Us playing against Shanahan. That'd be fun. Losing the Phillies is understandable. They're very good. I'm more concerned with teams we're supposed to. Nope. I'm worried about all the teams. Because that's loser talk. That's loser talk, Spider Monkey. Come on, bro. You had me. You had me when you said you're concerned about the other teams that's supposed to win. Philadelphia, you got to go. You got to change this. We got to change this mentality. Because some of our best games we play are against the 11-0 Philadelphia last year, right? You got to go in there and expect to win. Even if you lose, you got to go in there like you expecting to win and hit somebody in the mouth. And Philly ain't understandable to me. Philadelphia showed Kingston in the armor yesterday. Or maybe New England's good, and maybe New England's better. I don't know. But anyway, we got to play those two teams this year. I want to know what makes them tick and then take it away from them. Yeah, I see flashes. Sam Howell, period. That touchdown he threw to Brian Robinson was nasty. Never seen any of our quarterbacks do that. Yeah, I'm not worried about Sam right now. The only thing I'm worried from Sam is for taking too many hits. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Because he worried me when he got hit that one time by White. And then when he was walking back to town, he was hobbling a little bit. They're probably going to give him a shot or two when he got back in there. But I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about his mentality. I think, like I said, I think he's got dog in him. Let's be honest right here. After he threw that first interception, this is what y'all go back and watch it. He battled back, y'all. He battled back. He was leading the drive into the red zone before Gibby fumbled the ball. He threw a pick, but he was getting ready to answer. That turnover was uncontrollable by Sam. He was at least going to give you an opportunity for 3. And then that drive that after he fumbled the ball in the end zone, got strip sacks and the scoop and score. He fought back. And then that damn Antonio Gibson ran a few yards, cost us 6 yards, and ran a few seconds off the clock. He led a drive to get you in field goal range, so you weren't down by 6 points. You weren't down by 3. That's the flashes of Sam Howell. I love that. Those are my 2 favorite things about Sam Howell, because he turned the ball over and he battled back. The 2 times that he turned the ball over, he battled back. Now, I'm not throwing off on Taylor Heineke or anybody before him, But when have we seen that out of our quarterbacks? We don't see that, man. They did almost throw a pick on that last shot, but he if ands and buts for Cannon, and that's we all have Merry Christmas, right? He battled back. I ain't worried about Sam. Then people talk about him being a fifth round pick. Who gives a damn if he's a fifth round pick? I don't. That mean hunger. There was a guy who played in Michigan who was drafted in the 6th round. They thought a dude named Graziano was going to be better than him. Oh, that's right. His name's Tom Brady. I'm not calling Sam Howell Tom Brady, but I'm going to get a quarter of Tom Brady out of a 5th round pick named Sam Howell. There's a quarterback in Dallas who's a 4th round pick. What about that 2nd round pick in Philadelphia that just took his team to the Super Bowl? Come on down. And then that's another thing. People like booing him when they say, oh, we need to get ready. They were ready to get Brissett in there. All the interceptions ain't his fault. He does too much at times. That fumble was his fault. That led to points. He just got to go down and take the sack. Can't be playing hero ball all the time. This ain't UNC. Yeah, they good, man. They good. We got to be better. EB had yeah. He's familiar with the Broncos, too. Now, I think we win any game. Gibson front is determined, yeah. We'll see. Sure, why not? Why not? Brock Purdy was the last pick. That's right. Can you play? That's right. Or not. That's all that matters. That's right. That's all that matters. Can you play? And you can go out there and play. If Sam proved he can play, Sam gained more. I had respect for Sam. The fact he got up there, got in that tent, shook it all off. He was good. I respect that out of him. But yeah, y'all. I mean, hey, we put a bow on this. It's on the Denver now. It's on the Denver. You got to play mile high altitude. Hoping they don't smoke any of that marijuana while they up there. And get high before the game. Take that stuff after the game so you can heal up. But offensive line. The offensive line can't play. Some guys on there can't play. Andrew Wiley's rough, man. Andrew Wiley's rough. I do like the fact that they did when Wiley gave up some it was giving up that pressure. They did put the tight end to his side. So that's a plus right there. But oh, what's up, Greg? But yeah, y'all, I appreciate it. We're gonna keep some stuff going on next year. That $8 million catch me to go to offensive line. I hear you. We still got some guys that still like Stromberg. Stromberg gonna be legit. I like to see Jones at the opposite sweat. I think that may be on the horizon too. I think he did. I think he's out there on special teams. Shout out to Jeremy Reeves too. He was a dog. He's a dog on special teams. He's all over the place on special teams, getting them tackles. Did Jones make the team? Yeah, he did make the team. Yeah, he was out there. I think he's out there for a player too. Let me see. Hold on. I can tell you in a second. I got the snap counts. No, they didn't release snap counts. I don't have it. Oh, well. It is what it is. But, yeah, we put a bow on it. Like I said, we got to get better the third down on both sides. Defense was good. 4-14. They only gave up on third down. I think it was all one drive. They gave up back-to-back conversions on there, but other than that, they were good. And what else stood out to me? Time possession. We still own the time possession, but it was like just 3 minutes. So we got a lot to do. Y'all got any questions for me? Any questions before we wrap this up? We need to hit the hour. Had a penalty, not much. Yeah, he's in concussion protocol too. Is Quan Martin? So I think people give Quan a hard line to toe because there were people who were down on Derek Forrest. I remember like Jarris was down on Derek Forrest when we drafted him. He look at him now. He's turned us in, like I said, the best safety duo that we've had since Clark and Taylor. Hey, being sarcastic. Sal on last season with the big hits, he's taking that. Yeah, he won't last this season. Yeah, you right about that. Let's see. I got it on discount. I got a discount on it with that Washington Gold stuff. They got all kinds of. Can I do that? I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna rant unnecessarily for something. And it's with Ron Rivera, and it pisses me off more than anything. And I haven't said it because it's gonna make me sound very nitpicky. What's up, JBWC? Spider Monkey, I'll give that to you on Wednesday for Warpath Wednesday. I'll give you that then. I'm not gonna give it to you today because this is victory. Ron Rivera. Let's rap with me for a second, Ron Rivera. What are our team colors? What are our team colors? Burgundy gold, right? Burgundy gold. Why the hell does this brother continue to wear black? Like he's Johnny Cash. Like he's still with the Carolina Panthers. Damn it, just wear burgundy. Can you wear burgundy for me once, brother? Just wear. I know he's done it in the preseason a couple times. But he always wearing black. It's 90-some degrees outside. The brother wearing straight black. Wearing long sleeve black shirt. Black jacket. Like he's a Hispanic Johnny Cash. Like we walking in the ring of fire or something. Like, come on, man. Wear the color. Coach Gibbs wore a black hat when he came back. His first year back when he returned. Then he went back to the burgundy R. Ron, I'm going to start a GoFundMe for you. Wear some damn burgundy. On game day. Look like your team. Your coaches wear burgundy? Maroon and black and yellow. Yeah, right, Greg. Spider Monkey crazy. Corey got that merch for free. He ain't paid out. Shoot. Bruh, please. I write this stuff on my taxes. No, let me stop. Now I get a hat every year. I get a if I like the coach's hat, I usually get the coach's hat every year. But yeah, Ron. It's for happy face. I got this shirt somewhere. Yeah, Ron, rap with me, brother. Just wear burgundy every once in a while. Come on, man. Just do it for me. I believe in you. Hell, wear gold. If you don't want to stand out, yeah, if you want to stand out, wear gold. Or get everybody else to wear white or something like that. He's always worn black, though. It wasn't added till when we were watching the football team, though. Remember that? Remember that, Johnny Boy? It wasn't added until I'm actually gonna see what our color scheme is technically. Let's see. Logos. In fact, here we go. Let's look at the logos in fact sheet. This is another thing they lied about too. I found this interesting. They lied to us. Don't be surprised. Y'all realize Arizona has an alternate black jersey. Now, I guess they can get away with it because it got black in the Cardinal, but it really doesn't make sense. There's no black in that jersey. So they said we had to add black to our uniform to get the black alternate. There's another thing. It's just, I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just calling this out. I just call it like I see it. Yeah. He's a hell of a guy. Yeah, I agree with you. But that was just that just set my crow a little bit. And I had to share that. I like the home uniform. I like the burgundy uniform. That's another thing. I think we should wear white at home. So we need to get a better white jersey. I do. That's when we were winning. We need to wear a burgundy jersey. I mean, not burgundy jersey. White jersey, burgundy pants. Or all white. That's what we do. That's the classic Joe Gibbs look. And I think that is honoring your tradition. Anyway, let's see. BJ Ben, what you saying? Let's see. Sam Howell is going to get better. Thomas with the most targets when he hasn't played in the preseason. Turner has always been your best option at tight end. I agree with that. You need, I think, okay. You know, we had when we were Redskins, we did have that all gold uniform that they didn't want to wear because they thought it was garish, so they never wore it. I was a little disappointed in that. I did want to see that gold uniform. I liked it. I think we should have a gold uniform. I do. I'd buy a jersey. Y'all know I don't buy jerseys, so I don't believe in them because the players leave, and then I just don't like to wear old jerseys. I do. I feel like I'm wasting my money in that respect. Maybe I should buy a jersey. Maybe we'll figure that out. Anyway, y'all, I'm getting out of here. I appreciate y'all. We kept that same damn energy. We literally outlast them bastards together yesterday. We outlasted them. And I appreciate y'all, all the love, all the support. We're going to do some. I'm going to start trying to do some mini videos when news comes out because I thought it went well yesterday. So I'm going to start trying to do that a little bit more. I'm here, y'all. Y'all know about it. I don't know what we're going to do. Just get Antonio Gibson to hold the ball a little bit more. Just during the week, he's got to hold the ball. Pause. But anyway, y'all, I love you. We keep the same damn energy. We outlast the bastards together. Sanchez 405. Till next time. Love, peace, and hail. And just like Deion Sanders said, somebody please get my damn theme music. Where is it? It's right here. We out.